first look at Dance On.
Dance, baby. I'm Danny Reese. I'm Danny Reese.
Dance means to me is passion. It's the heartbeat. It's my soul.
Dance is like fighting with music.
Dance fills me with 1,000 bright stars inside of me. I feel lit up. I feel intense. I feel wild. I feel on fire when I'm dancing. Until dance, I was an outcast. Now I'm more social. Okay. At high school, I was aggressive. I'd knock you down, I'd take your lunch money, wouldn't even ask your name. And now, I'll ask your name, all because of dance.
No! Sorry. I'm attending anger management classes.
Well, there we have some little sneak peeks.
So,
Welcome everybody.
welcome everybody.
We had some technical issues at the beginning, so we apologize. Hi, and look who's here. Okay, there's so much that we can't show you yet, but you're the first people that we have shared with. But
Hello.
Yeah,
everyone.
hello.
So yeah, that was
Hi.
the sneak peek at our television pilot, Dance On.
Yeah, and there will be dancing and fun, and there's so much ridiculous. We couldn't even begin to get into it. Yeah.
We're just at the very beginning of the post-production process right now, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of putting stuff together to do, but just giving you a kind of idea of the vibe of the show, and so excited to be part of a comedy, you know.
Yeah. Look at these people. Oh my God. Hi, Abby.
Oh, Poland.
Hi, Gina. Hello, Poland.
Egypt. How are you doing?
I love it. We've got a Caroline here. We've got, oh man, this is so cool. And then we've got our lovely Annalise. We've got Lauren. Hi. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I'm totally abandoning Joseph.
Come
over
on,
here.
get back in here, Persia.
Yeah,
She's just reading you
Sina.
guys' comments.
Hi.
She's like right.
I'm
close
over
to the
here, like
computer.
right on the computer, and I don't want to block Joseph, so I'm right up front. We love you too, and so many of you. It's been so exciting reading your emails. Which
Yes.
Mecca's not going to be here for this show, but she did help us read all the emails, and it was a lot.
Yeah, thank you so
a
much.
ton,
It's a
and
lot of work, guys.
you
We
guys
appreciate
really
it.
answered huge, elaborate, fantastic answers to the questions. We expected like little short ones, and we got like these really in-depth feelings on television and comedy. It was really, really, really cool, and helped us because already we're thinking like, oh, this is so cool to see what people want, versus just guessing.
Yeah, that's right. No, I mean, you know, look, it's a process, and by giving us your input, it helps us kind of hone the show. But this is a project that I'm really, really excited about. It's so
So much
funny.
fun. And he was really funny.
Oh,
lot.
We
You
were, yeah.
haven't seen it all put together, but it was really hard to not laugh during filming because
Yes.
he just hold it so serious. It's like so angry. He's a very interesting, interesting dance character.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Should we get started and
yeah,
talk a little bit about it?
let's tell them a little bit about it.
All right. Well, first thing is dance song is you saw Dani Reese. She's a bit of a diva. She is someone who came to Hollywood and was one of those star makers. Like here in Hollywood, you guys might not know, but there's people that are behind the scenes, like choreographers and amazing stylists that kind of set the celebrities you see. You don't realize there's this whole amazing brain behind the vision. And then some of them get into it too, but a lot of times it's done by the people behind the scenes. So she's one of those people that never really got her due justice. And she started this little dance school when her world fell apart because of the thing you'll find out about in the pilot. And it's just to sort of help kids find that inner diva, and she sort of does straight talk, and she's not very, what should we say?
Not very...
She says sugar words.
Tactful.
So very tactful in her approach. It's
Yeah.
more like hard talk.
Straight talk.
Straight talk, yeah. She just gives it to
Yeah.
you. She's not apologetic. She creates divas. She doesn't create nice, socially adept entertainers.
Yeah.
And so she has this little dance school with a lot of kids, and then the pandemic hits. And like a lot of us, we were like, what the F? And she is trying to hold it together and make a comeback and teach everybody their survival moves, which is instead of dance moves, and it's sort of things to deal with the pandemic. And mentally, how do we deal with the stress of it when you're told that you're and so she believes dance is essential. Speaking of, we have lockdown orders right now in LA, and you're supposed to stay in, only go out for work or essential errands. And I was laughing, thinking like, is it really essential if Mecca comes to work on Dance On? It's not really like an essential errand, so it's probably good that she's following the stay-at-home orders today and working remotely with us. But yeah, dance is essential, and that was the idea, was to kind of pick yourself up and know that you could do anything. You can be a survivor, and dance always makes us feel free. And we have these really complex characters.
We do, yeah.
Including the students. Joseph plays the dad of a little boy, the one little boy student, Max.
Yeah, that's right. I play a character called David, and he is the father of one of the students at Dani's Divas Dance Studio.
Yeah.
And my character used to dance when he was younger. He was part of a breakdance crew, but then there was a tragic and terrible incident in his past which turned him against dance, perhaps forever.
I think forever. And it makes sense why, because he was running with a very motley crew in England. They were pretty interesting.
That's true. And so he now, he struggles with anger and stress issues because he's not able to release those feelings through dance.
Yeah. And so we're going to slowly pull David back to finding a way to express his stress that isn't through rage. It might take a while. It might do through the rage. What did you say? Dance? It's like fighting.
Fighting with music. Yeah, and you'll see that, and you'll see David kind of struggle to make his peace with dance.
Yeah. So that's the main gist of the arcs, and then it's really funny. I love Mecca's character is one of the dance moms, and she plays Tammy, and Tammy is someone who's like, she's like a Southern belle. She's pretty crass as well, pretty funny, pretty straightforward, doesn't like the other dance moms.
Pretty irresponsible parent.
Pretty irresponsible. She's always drinking and at bars and stuff. But when the pandemic hits, she gets real paranoid, and she wraps herself in a full safety bubble.
Yeah.
Instead of a mask, she's got this bubble. She
like a
walks
literal
around.
bubble.
It's a bubble.
Wearing,
it's like a rain bubble for I don't know, events. And it's pretty, we shot her all around town in this bubble.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, she's really good in the show as well.
Oh,
It's
so
great.
good.
Yeah.
I love that car that drove by that screamed out the window. Because they
Yeah.
saw Mecca in the safety bubble. We're doing a scene and they were like, oh my God, only in LA.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty fun. And then another character we have in the show is Evan, who
I love
is
Evan.
the choreographer.
He's the
right?
lead choreographer.
At Danny's Divas Dance Studio.
Yes, and he started dancing at 1 and he lost his way because during a random drug test for Dancing with the Stars,
he was disqualified.
He was disqualified. And so he went to rehab and now he's teaching kids and he's trying to find his own way.
He is.
And then also, since he was a dance prodigy,
Yeah.
he's trying to help people learn to not go the wrongest path.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
So everybody's kind of dealing with their inner demons and their struggles, and in between we have dance, and then we have some real dancers, but most of the time it's people just trying to find their way.
That's right, yeah.
This little motley crew that's gotten together and surviving the pandemic and life itself.
And it's a nice blend, isn't it, of comedy,
Yeah.
but then also there's some dramatic elements, you know.
Yeah.
Because we feel really strongly that the best comedy is the comedy where you can connect to the characters and where there are real emotional moments amongst the laugh.
Amongst the ridiculousness,
The
like
crazy,
so crazy
ridiculous
some of the
moments.
stuff that happens,
Yeah.
but yeah, it is really fun to have that. I love it when they like make you feel emotional for 1 second and you're
That's
like,
right.
then you're laughing again. Because right now, one of the reasons we have a couple of projects,
We do.
right? We have horror Joseph is working on. We
Yeah.
have a really cool sci-fi TV series that deals with people who've died and come back. It's called Dead Club.
Mm-hmm.
And the experience of life after death. So we have a couple of really cool things, and they're much more serious, but I thought this was so much fun dealing with all the stress in
Yeah.
the world right now with like lockdown. We were just like, oh my God, we're having so much fun laughing all the time.
Yeah, it was really, really fun to film and really, really poignant because as Persia has said earlier, you know, a lot of it of this episode that we shot is during the pandemic. It takes place during the pandemic, so it deals with the struggles that we all have, even the little very frustrating things that we deal with, as well as bigger picture during the pandemic. So it's very relevant, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's fun to like make fun of something that's so serious and everybody is so upset about, and then we focus back on people's personal problems and issues and the world. And it was really actually exciting to work with such really talented actors and have people so happy on set.
Yeah.
And because it was so sort of depressing what's going on, and then you forget all that. And even though we had to go through strict COVID regulations, we were social distancing, we had masks, we went through a lot to make it a really safe environment. Most of us, the core, were bubbled in, me and Mecca and Joseph, so we had family members participate, so we had to have people that, and we just kept it as safe as possible, and that was really hard, but then amidst that, everyone was laughing.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
I love seeing you be funny.
Oh.
Because Joseph's so funny. I know you probably know this from watching him live, but really fun to see you be that guy.
Thank you. Well, it was a lot of fun, you know, to be directed by Persia as well, because she directed the show. So she brought all of her comedic talent and experience to the show. So I just placed myself in her hands and said, make me funny. Make me funny. And, yes, and that's what she did.
That was my hands you were being placed in.
Oh, thank you. So a lot of people are asking
what's that?
what the plan is for the show. Where can they watch it? So we're in the very early stages of post-production now, which basically means we have all of the footage that we've shot for the show, and it's all on hard drives in pieces right now, and now we have to place it together.
Put it together,
Yeah.
all the elements. We go to the sound department, they
Find
fix
great
things. Like
music.
you heard that the sound wasn't totally balanced. That's because we haven't taken it to
Right.
the beautiful people at Technicolor. and
Yes.
then they do color grading. So there's a lot of little elements that make it the final thing.
Yeah.
And we plan on streaming it on Amazon, but between now and then there might be some new developments. But we'll let you guys know on our Instagrams, because that's where we communicate the most.
Yeah, one way or another it'll be released. It's just like what the best fit is for it in terms of a platform.
Yes.
And somewhere, hopefully where the most people possible can see it. So, yeah, we're excited about that. Why dance? Why did you choose dance, Persia?
Well, I like this. I'm sorry. Dance is, it started off because Mecca had an idea about doing a parody of a reality show. And there's shows out there about dance, and we love dance. There's something about like dancing and singing. When people just bust out dancing and singing, it's just so much fun. And I just feel like that is the one thing that in the middle of the worst part of this pandemic, if I watch someone doing, I think it's why TikTok was so successful. If I watch someone dancing, I suddenly feel happy. And we thought, what's the one thing we could give people that might brighten them up amidst all the craziness? And it's the idea of these people that aren't that good. They're not really great dancers. There are going to be some great dancers featured in it, but the core cast isn't really.
Speak for yourself.
No offense.
I don't think you've seen the extent of David's moves yet.
All right. Well, some of the lesser talented dancers,
some of the
less
others,
professional, less trained.
Exactly. Some who weren't part of a breakdance crew in their youth, perhaps.
You did breakdance. Joseph did breakdance in his
really.
youth. Yes. Yes, I didn't do what you did. I couldn't do backspin. No. Yeah. So like that's why it's like to add that silly element. And I love some of the ideas we had from some of the people who wrote in. They had some of the funniest places to have a dance. Like to just start dancing, like in an airplane or in an elevator or at a funeral. Like a lot of really funny, dark comedy ideas that I love, and we will, maybe some of those ideas will guide us into future scripts.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and we want to know what you guys want too. This is like part of the creative circle that we're going to try and start with this show, is, to like reach out to you guys and ask what you guys want, because we know you love vampires and you love genre, but also like we don't know what kind of comedy you like until now.
Yeah. So it's important to us to get feedback like that, because you guys are the audience that we're creating for,
Right.
And so we want you to enjoy it as much as we did.
And I should probably have a character in there named Rebecca, just so you can yell at her. Maybe it'll be like
Max's little sister.
Max's little sister, Joseph's little daughter or cousin.
Oh my God,
like,
that would be hilarious.
That would be so fun.
That would be such a nod to
It
my
would be a nod to
past.
House.
There you go.
It would be funny if she's like 10.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's coming up with pearls.
It could
already.
be an animal. It could be like, how you yell at the dog?
No,
not you.
I don't yell at
No,
the
but
dog.
when people call their dog, they're like,
Right.
blah, blah.
Oh, you stand on the back porch.
Yeah, you scream
yelling
their
for your
name.
dog?
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite funny.
You'd be on the porch
Yes.
screaming Rebecca.
Oh my God.
A little kitty named Rebecca.
That's pretty funny. So I'm wondering, I'm feeling
Okay,
like...
I'm hearing a yes for this idea.
Oh, there you go. I am wondering whether... we
is
should...
it over already?
Yeah, it's nearly over.
Oh my
so
God.
we can do a
What do
little...
we do?
I think we do a small encore, and I think we show the trailer again,
At the end.
or do questions after we showed it again.
Okay, we'll
do
let them
questions
know.
then.
Yeah, okay. We'll ask what they want.
Oh,
What would you guys like?
let's take questions now.
No, I mean, should we encore?
Oh yeah.
We have to say yes or no.
No, it'll automatically encore.
Oh, I thought you had to say yes. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys okay with us continuing?
It's going to continue, or it's going to be over in
And then we're going to do
20
some
seconds.
break dancing just for you. No? We could do miming.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Okay,
So-
looks like we're on longer than 20 minutes. It looks like it's going to an encore.
What just happened?
What's happened? You see, you do have to
Okay.
say okay.
Okay, yeah.
We had to approve it. It almost cut. It almost
nearly
cut
cut
off.
out then.
Oh.
Oh, we just
Yeah.
did the encore.
Okay.
So
We did it because it was gonna snap us
It was
off.
about
That
to
felt
snap us off.
longer. We thought 20 minutes was a long time to talk.
yeah. Well,
'Cause normally
so-
we sing for you. We do shows.
I know, yeah. So we've got a little bit of extra time right
Okay.
now. So why don't we take some questions and then
Okay.
we'll show the trailer at the end again.
Yes.
for
Yes.
Dance On.
Yes, and also before we go, one of the questions I wanted to ask, because a lot of people seem to like this, is inclusiveness.
Oh yes.
We tried to make it inclusive of our show, and I just wanted to know like what's important to you guys, because I feel like a lot of shows are very linear into one like type. Like, you know, but our show, we've tried to make it like we've got all different types of people
Yeah,
and
that's
different walks of life, and we want to really diversify everything.
Yeah, that's really important to us. Look, someone here is saying, I would like to see some queer characters. Like
Yes, there are
binary
two.
and Trans, yeah.
There are two. The lead dance instructor, he's gay, he's openly gay in real life, and Jean, the girl that was like, she's gay, and we were thinking about like some non-binary or transgender, and then also just people that look unique and don't look like cookie cutter would be really fun. Because one of the things Danny does, which you saw all those weird looks for a second, is she creates all these like weird, sort of raceless, genderless looks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. Non-binary, and definitely we will include that.
Okay.
As long as they're a
nice.
great actor too. That's the
Yeah,
main
different
thing.
ethnicities, absolutely.
Yes, we have Spanish, we have some black, but we were thinking of adding like people from the Middle East. Well, actually, one of our main dancers is from the Middle East, but some Indian, and what are we seeing now?
As many ethnicities
Ooh!
and genders as possible.
They're calling. Okay, we will make it rainbow of everything, and then just make it good, because I think like the world is so diverse, and a lot of shows act like there's like 4 looks. It's like everything looks like the Spice Girls from the 1990s, right? It's like you have the 4 looks, and they're all like skinny, and you're like, what the hell? Yeah. So okay, we're gonna diversify it.
We've been told.
Yes. Oh, that's exciting to hear that you guys want that.
Yeah.
And also in the films we're making, we're also adding diversity, because we
Absolutely, yeah. In everything we do, we're trying to add diversity, because why wouldn't
And we hear from you guys.
Yeah.
We're some very international thing here too. It's
That's
nice
right.
to see how much of the world can get along when they like a show.
That's right, and it's
It's a bit
important that
healing.
everybody relates to someone in the show. You know,
Yeah,
that's important. to
it's
us.
really important.
So that's an exciting element of it.
Anna Christina, hi! Anna Christina, you won't be able to be with us for Christmas. She'll be with her sister, but she's here today, so that's
There
so
you go.
exciting.
Well, Merry Christmas then.
Yeah,
Christina,
and you guys are going to
in
see
advance.
Santa Claus next show.
Oh yes, we have the Christmas show
Yes!
coming up. So
A lot of shows.
a lot of shows.
We've been so busy.
Oh my goodness, I know.
Alright, go with
We've got a
questions.
little break. So a few more questions, and then we're going to show the trailer for Dance On Again to finish off this
It's
show.
just a sneak peek. It's
Just a sneak peek. It's not a trailer. Sorry.
the trailer to be more,
Yes.
polished.
The trailers.
You guys are getting to see things before we would ever
Nobody
show.
else is going to see this.
No one. Not
No.
even our agents are allowed
No,
to see
unless
this.
they bought tickets to this.
Oh shit, I didn't think of that. Hello.
Which is possible.
Hi, Robin.
So someone here that said the breakdance is awesome. Are you going to have 80s music playing with that? Well, there is a tiny glimpse of the 80s in the episode, isn't there?
There is a glimpse of the 80s, and then the opening has got a bit of that Rocky style music, 80s.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
was Rocky the 80s? Or was that earlier? I don't know.
No, it wasn't earlier.
It wasn't earlier than the
I
80s?
thought it was.
Was Rocky the 80s?
Maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
The
we're
movie
showing up-
Rocky?
I know.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, Rocky.
That's not the 90s, that's the 80s. Okay.
All right.
Yes, there will be 80s. I don't even know when
All
the
right,
80s
sorry.
was.
Unrehearsed, uncut here.
Pull it together. Let's
Yeah,
pull it together.
come on. Come on, get
We are
it
a
together.
professional team and we know everything.
Yeah. Persia, how big of a diva is Joseph?
Oh.
I don't know why you'd ask that. That's weird.
Oh.
That's a weird question. Don't.
I mean, he's not low maintenance.
What?
Let's just say that. No, I'm just saying you're not like
Oh my goodness.
that easy guy that's like whatever. No.
Pack it in. Pack it in.
Next question.
Oh dear.
Next question.
What type of dance is going to be in the show?
Ooh, well, a lot of hip hop. And then combinations of different types of dance. Once again, that's the kind of thing we'd like to know what you guys like to see. So far, we've mainly done hip hop and then just kind of freestyle. Like we have people silly dancing at the end, so it's all about like a celebration of life.
Like,
but
kind of super fun, modern.
modern, we mix in modern. We might have
Yeah.
episodes that have like a hoedown dance, like you know, like barn dancing and
That's right.
you know, naughty cowgirl. And that's a dance.
It's a move Persia made up.
Danny made up.
Danny made up.
The
Yeah, you're going to
character
see
made
it in
naughty
the show. perhaps.
cowgirl.
I think we even caught a glimpse of it in that sneak peek.
Not much.
Just then.
You didn't see the
Well,
dancing.
watch out for it when we show it
Watch
again
out.
because
We should show little clips on Instagram maybe
Oh my
for
goodness,
fans,
that'd
like
be
as
fun.
it builds up.
As we
Maybe
get
if you
closer
guys
to
would
it.
like that, we can
Yeah.
give you little bits because it's so fun. Make it an exclusive.
Yeah, yeah.
thing.
It could be.
And what other questions are there?
Let's see.
The creative circle is.
What was the hardest thing to do in the show?
I think the hardest. What do you think the hardest thing was?
The big day when we filmed with all the kids and everybody, that was probably the hardest because there was so many
Yeah.
people involved, and just the more people you have involved, the more logistics there are, and the more difficult it is to kind of.
Yeah,
choreograph.
and I think with COVID, keeping distant
well,
was
yeah.
so new.
On
Like
top of
the
all
amount
of
of
that.
cleaners, sanitizer, hand stuff, masks. We were sweating, and we all had protective gear out in the hot. That was hard, and then the hardest part also was that we had little kids. Our youngest cast member is,
Yeah.
I think she's 8, and she's tiny. She looks sick. She's so cute. But like,
Yeah.
if you're filming and an 8-year-old goes, "I have to potty," you're like, "Okay, cut, everybody. This is gonna be. Take her back to the bathroom. So it'll be another 10 minutes till we can start." So there was things like that. Working really fast under COVID was something because even just the chairs, and we had everything clean. You can't do things you could do before.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty intense.
and even trying to keep distant from people and then watch monitors and you know, woo-wee. That was I've heard about it, but that's a new journey. But little kids are so awesome to have in things, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work.
And maybe we'll have like a fan be in an episode one day,
Oh, that'd
depending
be
on
great,
so we
wouldn't
can
it?
have one of you guys
Oh yeah.
come out. You know,
That'd
they
be
tell
fun.
like that's like a cool thing that I've heard other people do, entertainers
Oh, yeah?
like like for a big thing or an event, like there's things they do and have people come out, or especially if
Very,
someone
very
is
cool.
local. Yes.
So any more questions before we show the sneak peek one more
What are the
time?
questions? What are the
Ah.
questions?
Let's see.
Personal, alright. Favorite, I'm missing. It's moving a little fast.
It's moving quite fast, isn't it? It's hard to. Are you going to dance K-pop during that?
That would be
Include
awesome.
some
I mean, I
K-pop,
would
wouldn't it?
love to have a K-pop artist, like a
Ah,
song
that would
in
be
there.
great.
It would be really cool.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, thank you for mentioning that because
That-
that's inclusive and awesome.
Yeah, that would be really good. I'd like to do that.
We want to definitely market to the rest of the world. It's funny, being in America, I
Mm.
find it a little boring if it's just American. Like, I'd love to include everyone. You
Yeah,
know?
it should be global. It should be like a global representation.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I was literally begging Julie for years to have someone from China and Japan
I
and
know,
Korea
that
on
would
the
be
show. I was
great.
like, why don't you do it? She's like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I remember once Nina was telling us the numbers. Like, there's millions
Huge
of
amount
viewers,
of
viewers
viewers
over
yeah,
there.
in China.
Millions.
How long did it take to shoot the whole thing?
Ugh. I would have to say if we count everything, it was.
How many shooting days?
I don't think that's. That would have to be. It would have to be more than the days because it would be the end time too. Right?
No. How many days? How many
Depends.
shooting Like, how many actual days were we shooting? I don't know.
I don't know, about 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe 2
Not
weeks.
that long,
No,
about
bits and
2 weeks,
pieces.
but they're bits and pieces, so it was
Yeah.
intensive.
Yeah. Okay.
We're getting the warning. We're getting the
We're
warning.
getting the warning. So here's what I'm going to
10-minute
do.
warning, guys. It just gave us a warning. Aww.
Yeah.
Hi.
We appreciate your question. So, let's quickly, before we show the thing, let's tell them how this is going to work in terms of the Zooms.
Oh, okay. In terms of the Zooms,
Mhm.
yeah, we've changed things up.
Yes.
So a lot more work, but really cool to make it more fair. So because of some of your answers and your emails, those of you who sent them in, sorry we couldn't make it to today as well because we had to do it all by last night at like 5 o'clock in the morning, which is about when I went to bed.
Yeah.
But we'll have top supported will get a Zoom and their name in the credits for Dance On and the special thanks. And then the second, third, and fourth place winner will do a Zoom party.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to have what's called the Fantastic Five. And Fantastic Five, I don't know if we're going to announce it at the end of this, or should we just do it, we'll just email them that they are the Fantastic Five. What should we do?
We email them, right?
Yeah.
I don't have...
I mean, I could open up the computer and look at the, all the names, but it's on that computer.
Oh, okay.
Or on this computer. But I could look at them, or we could, we'll discuss that in 2 seconds when you're looking at the trailer.
Very good. All right.
But yes,
so
we were planning on letting you guys know.
Yeah.
As soon as this is over, you'll get your email. We didn't want to make it competitive, so
Yeah.
we'll announce it, like who the Fantastic Five, maybe announce it
Mhm.
either in the chat board or on social media, but we didn't want to make it competitive because we love you all. It was so
Yeah.
hard to choose.
It was.
I can't even begin. We felt like we were going back and forth, like, oh my god, we didn't make the Fantastic 20. We should have.
Fantastic 500.
It should have been Fantastic 500 would have been great, but that's
Yeah.
just too many.
Too many.
It makes the Zoom a little hard to enjoy if that many people are on it.
So here's what we'll do. We'll put it board for this show afterwards. How about that?
Okay.
You're
Sounds
comfortable with that?
I think I am, yes sir.
All right, I'm going to go set up again for the sneak peek at Dance On. Thank you guys for coming to our show. We truly appreciate it.
Yes, we definitely appreciate
And
it.
Persia,
Take.
places. All right,
Okay.
are you ready?
I'm ready and
Yeah. Here we go.
gonna-
Spinning
spinning around the
camera.
viewing.
Reviewing. Yep.
And are we
Then,
going to talk to them again after this?
Here we go. And wait.
What
Technical
happened?
difficulties. Okay. Now we're ready.
What? What's
And
wrong?
play.
Welcome again.
I'm Danny Reese. I'm Danny Reese.
What dance means to me is passion. It's the heartbeat. It's my soul.
Dance is like fighting with music.
Dance fills me with 1,000 bright stars inside of me. I feel lit up. I feel intense. I feel wild. I feel on fire when I'm dancing. Until dance, I was an outcast. Now I'm more social. Okay. At high school, I was aggressive. I'd knock you down, I'd take your lunch money, wouldn't even ask your name. And now, I'll ask your name, all because of dance.
No!
Sorry. I'm attending anger management classes.